I just told these cows today is not the day to tick me off. It's culling day. We're sorting out the culls that are going down the road. So we're bringing the whole herd down. I got a list of cattle that are going, and there might be one or more, two or more added to the list if they act up. So anyway, here we go. Wife and kids are getting the stragglers, and these guys don't know where to go because I'm going a little slow for them. It's okay. Come on, girls. Bunch of calves and some heifers in there. Don't know which way is right. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Good, mamas. They'll come. They gotta go that way. Down the neck. Come on, girls. Good, mamas. I wish we had a nice alleyway set up to where we could just get them in an alley from every pasture, but I don't get the money to make that work yet. Come on, girls. They'll come, just takes a little longer. Helps a lot having one or two people behind just catching the stragglers and keeping them in with the group, because you kind of want them all to come in at approximately the same time so that you don't have the ones that are getting in toward the corral to come back out before the rest of the herd is in. So come on, girls. They're gonna stop to eat because there's a little bit of grass in this pasture. Good, mamas. Good, mamas. Come on, girls. They're coming. They're coming. We did this a week ago? Yeah, a week ago. Week in a couple days, we brought them down to do pregnancy checks. It might still be etched in their memory. They'll come down. Here they come. Come on, girls. Come, mamas. This gets narrower and narrower till we get down to this gate. And we've got some yearling steers down on the other pasture by the road there that these guys will see and get all excited to talk to here. They're coming up now. Come on, girls. They'll probably slow things down a bit. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna hang back and start pushing instead of pulling. Make sure everybody goes in where they're supposed to. She's going down the road, that one. She's even got the bull on the run. Look at that. All right. Hey, Ethan, get behind little red. That little red. Yeah. She's a really good cow. She's one of the first cows we ever got, and I've been thinking about culling her because she's just acting old. Yeah. Ethan, come toward mom. Go toward mom. And the fact that she is the last one through the gate probably just made that decision. She's going to get culled. Because if we going through the winter, she gets bad feet or gets too old to keep up through the deep snow, it's not going to be a good thing. So she is bred, but we'll send her down the road anyway. All right, time to get them into the corral. All right, so we have a lane here going to the corral, and we have just a single electrified poly wire that is making up the right side of this lane. So we don't want to push them too hard because the calf will inevitably bounce through this wire if we do. Take your time, Mama, take your time. And what we're going to do is get everybody into the corral, and then we're going to start sorting back animals that are not going to leave the farm, that are staying. And they will be sorted back to where they came from. We got, I think, 5 or 6 cows that are going to go. We're actually going to sort out their calves with them so they can be with their calves until the truck comes. I don't really want to wean them right now. We get too much going on. I'm not going to be home for the next 3 days. I'm going to be in the woods working. So we're going to keep the calves on them for now till this weekend. And then we've got 2 heifers that are going to go as feeders with these steers. They're going to go down the road. So they're heifers that are not going to make good cows in our opinion. So we got cows, calves, and a couple heifers, and the rest of the herd goes back to bale grazing out back in that big pasture they came from. So I got all the numbers in my the bull. If he hangs back, we don't push him. He could get ornery. He's pretty gentle, but you never know with a bull. Yeah, let's just stay ahead of him. We'll let him back. And don't push him too hard. Those are some packages of meat right there. Probably in the next couple of months they're going to be ready for slaughter. A couple of them probably already ready, especially that one up front. Yeah. The rest of these little calves that were born this spring, they are going to stay on their moms all winter long and be weaned next spring and either turned into breeders or turned into beef sold next fall. All right, I'm gonna turn off the camera and it's gonna be time to do some sorting. Yeah, we're sorting cattle out, but the biggest obstacle is to get the bull out of the way because he's gonna just cause a big wreck. So what I'm gonna try to do here, yep, send him in. We're gonna get a few animals started. I gotta go open the gate to get them back where they came from. Cattle love to go back where they came from. It's a pretty convenient little trait. And then if that works out, here come another. Yep. Yeah, bring her. I6. These are the ones that are staying in the corral. So I don't see I6 on that list. So now if I can get this gate open, I'm going to leave it open, and then we'll just have to use that other gate, and everybody's going to sort themselves out back out into this pasture, up through the lane, through the gate, and into the other pasture. That'll be pretty slick, and then it'll get easier to sort the more animals we get run through. So I'm just coming around here, so I don't want to scare them back. Yeah, girls, come on, girls. It's a delicate balance of push and pull. Okay, open your gate. Come on, girls. I'm gonna leave this gate open. They're coming through. Love to get the bull to go with them so he doesn't hang back and bother us in the corral. Bulls can be kind of a pain sometimes. If I had 2 or 3 bulls and a nice pasture for him, I'd probably just have them separate right now. But looks like she's sending more cows. That's good. There goes the bull. More keepers coming our way. I better double check the tags, make sure, huh? Oh, you're good girls. I know you. I know you well. You're good girls. We'll go back and continue sorting them and get my wife to operate that gate, and I'll just pick out animals that are going back and send them toward the gate, and she can open it and off they can go. And we got everybody sorted out, and these are the ones that stay. These are the ones stay here and they leave the farm. The cows anyway, and the 2 heifers. And their calves are gonna get weaned off of them. We ain't gonna do it just yet. So these are staying in the corral. The cows are gonna be turned into hamburger. We got 2 heifers that are gonna be some nice slaughter heifers. And the calves are gonna go back to the herd and spend the winter with their herd mates and be turned into either beef or cow or mama cow in the next year. And we're walking the rest of the herd back to the back pasture. And they're the ones that get to stay on the farm. Can't keep the old, the lame, the ornery, and the open cattle, or you wouldn't make any profit and you would be out of business pretty quick. So when you keep just the good animals, you end up with a pretty good herd by the end of it. We are walking the herd, the remainder of the herd that stays on the farm, back to their pastures, trailed by a big old red Angus bull. He would be 3 years old now. He is a registered red Angus that we purchased. This calf will get out of the way so I can get a look at him. We bought him from Beckton Stock Farm in Sheridan, Wyoming. And he bred 35 animals, 36 animals this summer, and he gained weight doing it. Excellent bull. Wyatt, get behind those, please. Get them through the gate. Those calves are looking nice. Those are calves out of that bull. He's making some nice heifers and some nice steers. They gained way better than last year's. Can you shut the gate? Yeah, that bull has, between the increased weaning weights, the low birth weight, no assistance on calving, and the genetics of the replacement heifers that he's adding to the herd, that bull has paid for himself already. Three breeding seasons now. Buddy? Yeah, this pasture got ahead of us, didn't it? Bunch of thistle and stuff here. Oh, look at him. Letting loose on a tree. He is one heck of a nice bull. Easy fleshing for sure. Hey, buddy. We call him Nebula. He's Beckton Nebula with a bunch of letters and numbers after it. What a beautiful day. It's the end of October, almost Halloween. A lot of times we have snow on the ground this time of year, and it's in the 50s, high 50s, and sunny and calm. It's just been beautiful. We've got a ton of rain recently. Everything's wetter than it should be, but wetter than I'd like it. But this is, we were done grazing, and this is just any grazing they're getting off of this stuff is just a bonus. That bull dug, we have a bunch of sand here, and he dug himself a couple of sand pits to take a bath in. Every time he walked by this pasture, he's sure to take a little sand bath. Well, that's it. The hard part's over. Now we're just Gonna walk them back up to their hay bale grazing site. My goal on this farm has been to graze as much of the year as possible. However, I reached a point where I was growing the herd faster than the pasture, and so I'm overstocked, which is why I'm feeding hay in October, which normally I wouldn't be very proud of. I usually try to get into early December or whenever we get a foot or two of snow, which is usually sometime mid to late November, early December. But I'm overstocked, so we're feeding hay bales early, and I got a bunch of extra hay, way more than I need. I have access to so much hay ground now, and so little pasture relative to the hay ground. In the pasture, the actual land area is enough. I've got, what do I got? 100 acres of pasture, and I had, including the calves, there were 75 animals on that 100 acres, give or take. The problem is the 100 acres is not all productive pasture land. It's been run down. It's old potato fields that were run down to nothing, and they were just growing strawberries and moss. And so by overgrazing and adding hay and feeding hay a long portion of the year, we are adding fertility, and we're increasing the carrying capacity of this farm every year. So we can the land I started with, I think I can support triple the number, 3 times the number of animals that I could 10 years ago when I started. And I think that can continue to increase over the next few years. When you want to go behind that calf and get her up with the group. Technically they can stay here, but I kind of want them to... Where's your brother? Oh, there he is. He's kicking around. I kind of want them to get up there because I want them to be far away from the cattle that are in the corral. Occasionally, when the cattle in the corral realize their herd has left them, they panic and they can break gates and panels and try to get out. Sometimes they do. So usually it's worse when there's just 1 or 2 animals. But won't take any chances. We'll get these gals up where they belong and open up some more hay bales for them to graze on. We'll let them get a little green grass in their bellies on the way up, though. All right, that's it for now. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this beautiful day on the farm. Days like these where you realize why you do what you do. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. These are hay bales that I made 2 years ago. Not last year, but the year before. They're still sticking around. We'll feed them while we can. They actually have some pretty good hay in them, but these girls are taking advantage of the green grass that has been protected from their grazing all summer long. Most of it's gone by, but some of it's still good underneath. They're eating that grass first, and they're picking up the hay. They'll eat the hay here. You lose a few inches on the outer edge of it, but underneath it's still good hay. Look into here. That's still pretty green. It's probably almost as good as it was the day I made it. This wasn't the best hay when I made it, but it's nice, and it was nice and dry, so not really dusty or anything. They'll like it. They'll enjoy it.